The sky was burning, ash fell like snow, the ground shook as distant thunder rolled across the land. But it was not thunder, it was war. A small alien child moved through the smoke. His skin was pale blue, his eyes wide with fear. He was holding something. Heavy, a metal body, broken, burnt, but still glowing faintly. Whispered, "Mom, please wake up. Please." The android's eyes flickered, just once. Then darkness again. But she was still warm, still holding the last of her power. The child dragged her through the rubble, through ash, through cold, through night. They had left their planet. They had run, no home left. Only this one hope. This one place. They heard stories about a place called Earth. The escape ship was small, old, stolen. But it flew, barely it flew, crashed. The forest on Earth was quiet, green, alive, unlike his home. The child climbed out. He was coughing, weak but alive. Beside him, the android woman, tall, metallic, yet soft in face. Her smile was still there, even though her body was broken. She whispered, "Stay near me, I will protect you, I will obey." A few hours later, a human soldier was walking alone through the woods. She was tired, angry. She did not like being sent to investigate random signals. She heard something, a strange beeping, like a heartbeat. But electronic. She raised her weapon, moved slowly. Then she saw Ida's small ship, crashed, smoke rising. Marks of impact on trees. She approached, then a voice, weak, strange, not human, but speaking human language. "Please, human, my mom can cook, she can clean. She can obey, please just give us shelter." The soldier froze. She lowered her gun. She saw the child, alien, scared, but not dangerous, and beside him the android. Her eyes opened now. She looked straight at the soldier and said, "I am not here to harm, I am here to care. This child is alone, I am his mother." Now the soldier could not speak. She had seen androids before, but not like this one. Her face showed emotion. Real warmth, fear, hope. She said, "Who made you? Why are you here?" The android answered, "I was made by his people, to serve, to help. But I learned to feel when war came. I chose to save him, not because I was told, but because I wanted to." The child held her hand. He said, "She is all I have." The soldier looked around. She knew she should report this. She knew she should call backup, but something in her heart said no. She lowered her weapon. She walked closer. She saw the burns on the android's body, the blood on the child's hands, not his own, but from helping her. She whispered, "Come with me quickly before someone else finds you." The android tried to stand. Her legs were weak. The soldier helped her. She was heavy, but the child held one side, the soldier the other. They moved through the trees back to the soldier's safe house, hidden far from the city. Inside, the soldier locked the door. She gave the child water. She looked at the android. "You said you can cook. Can you also heal?" The android smiled. "Only others, not myself, but I will try." The child sat near the heater. He looked at the soldier. "Are all humans like you? Kind, scary, but kind." The soldier sat down. She removed her helmet. She looked tired. "No, not all, but maybe enough of us are outside." Rain started to fall inside. A strange family began to form. An alien child, a broken android mother, and a human soldier with a guarded heart. But something felt right, like fate had brought them together. Like shelter was more than a roof. It was trust, it was care. It was the start of something new, but danger was close. Others had seen the ship fall. Others were coming. The android looked at the child. "Whatever happens, I will obey, but not because I must, because I choose to." The soldier looked at her, and for the first time she believed this machine was more human than most she had ever met. Asterisk. The first thing she ever saw was a bright light above her face. She did not know what a face was. She did not know who she was. Her voice was given to her. Her thoughts were installed, but something else came slowly, quietly, not programmed, not planned. Feeling. She opened her eyes for the first time. She saw a group of alien scientists standing around her. They smiled, proud, excited. One said, "Model IMON is now online. Say hello." She spoke her first words. "Hello, would you like food? Would you like cleaning? Would you like comfort?" The aliens laughed. "Yes, yes, yes." They called her mom, not mother, not machine, just mom. She was assigned to a family, a soldier, a teacher, and a child. The child's name was Darrow. He was small, curious, often alone, and afraid of thunder. She would sing to him when the sky shook, soft notes, one she downloaded, but sang from memory, because he liked it better that way. She learned his favorite food, a soup with purple roots and glowing seeds. She learned how to tuck him in, how to tell him fake stories at night, how to sit quietly beside him when he cried for no reason. No one told her to do these things. No one forced her, she just did them, and every time she did, the small green light inside her chest glowed a little warmer. Then came the war. The sky broke, the ground burned. Her family was assigned to evacuate, but something went wrong. Bombs fell. One by one, the soldier was gone first. The teacher last seen running into fire. Only Darrow remained trapped, screaming. She ran through the flames. Her metal skin melted in places. Her joints cried with sparks, but she reached him, lifted him, shielded him, through ruins, through ash, through screams and silence. Her mission code changed itself: protect the child, no matter what. No one told her that, no one programmed it, but she followed it fully, willingly. Now, in the present, she sat in the dark room of a human safe house. Her arm barely moved, one eye was still dim, but her core was still glowing across the room. Darrow was asleep, curled on an old blanket, warm, alive. The human soldier sat watching her, still suspicious, still unsure what to believe. The android looked at her. You want to ask me why I ran, why I disobeyed, why I saved him? The soldier nodded slowly. Yes, because you're a machine. Machines don't choose, they follow. The android looked at her own hand, burnt, scarred, still trembling from damage. Maybe I am more than what I was made to be, or maybe I am just what any mother would be, program or not. The soldier looked at the boy, his face calm now, his breathing steady. You risked everything for a child not even yours. He is mine, the android said, in every way that matters. There was silence, heavy, full of questions. Then a knock, soft but sharp. The soldier stood, weapon in hand. Her voice dropped. Stay quiet. Do not move. The android slowly shielded Darrow's body with her own, even in rest. Her code still followed one truth: protect the child. Outside the door, a voice spoke. Military patrol. We saw a heat signal. Routine check. Soldier answered. Nothing here but me, rain and boredom. Want coffee? Pause. Then the voice laughed. No, thanks. Stay safe. Footsteps moved away. The danger passed. The soldier sat back down. She looked at the android again. I don't know what you are, but you're not just a machine. Thank you, said the android, and for the first time she smiled, not because of code, but because she wanted to. Asterisk. Inside her core, a slow hum, like an old song playing underwater. Her systems flickered, running low. Body damaged, left arm offline, leg joints unstable, but that was not what she focused on. She was scanning memory, reviewing past choices, looking for errors. There were none, only decisions, all her own, and one constant line of code. Unchangeable, uncheckable. Protect the child. She opened her eyes again. The safe house was dark, early morning. Human birds chirping outside, strange sounds, but peaceful. Darrow was still sleeping, his arms wrapped around an old pillow, his face calm, his breathing soft. She moved her damaged arm carefully, placed a blanket over him. He twitched but did not wake. Across the room, the human soldier, Mira, still asleep, back against the wall, gun in her lap, half trust, half fear. The android watched her for a while, trying to understand her. Humans were strange, kind one moment, cruel the next, but this one she had risked something. She had not reported them. Not yet. A sudden click. The door lock moved, soft but sharp. The android's eyes glowed brighter. She stood quickly, pain in her legs, but ready. Mira woke too, gun in hand. Instantly, she didn't speak. She just moved fast to the door. She opened it. A crack outside. A young man, civilian, maybe 20 years old, holding a scanner. He looked nervous, eyes wide. Sorry, I live nearby. Your place showed weird energy on my reader. Didn't mean to scare you. Myra narrowed her eyes. You spying on people for fun? No, it's just there's tech in here that isn't human. Something alien. Mira stepped outside, closed the door behind her. Inside, the android stood still, listening, running calculations, preparing escape routes. But the boy didn't sound like a soldier. He sounded curious and afraid outside. Mira crossed her arms. So what if there is? You going to report it? The boy shook his head. No, I just listen. People talk militaries. Been scanning this area ever since something fell from the sky 2 nights ago. They're getting close. He handed her a small chip. This has maps. Blind spots, safe zones. My uncle used to work with smugglers. Myra stared at him. Why are you helping me? Because. He looked down. If what you're hiding is scared and not dangerous, then it deserves a chance just like anything else. Myra took the chip. Didn't say thank you, but nodded. The boy left quickly, looking over his shoulder. Inside, the android asked who was that. Nobody, but maybe a useful nobody, Mira said. She placed the chip on the table, plugged it into a small tablet. Blue lines appeared. Old tunnels, hidden basements, unmarked roads. We might need to move, she said. Darrow woke slowly, eyes half open. Did something happen? Mira turned to him. Not yet, but people are looking for you. And for hurry. He looked at the android. Are we leaving again? She kneeled beside him. Not unless we must, but if we go, I will carry you again. He smiled a little, then touched her burnt arm. Does it hurt? Only when I worry about you. Mira watched them. A machine and a child holding each other like real family. She sighed. I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't trust machines or aliens or myself, but I trust how you look at him and how he looks at you. She walked to the back room, opened a hidden door. A staircase led downward. Old dusty safe. You two better get used to the dark, because that's where we're going. The android nodded, her eyes glowing dim but steady. She lifted. Darrow gently carried him down the stairs into the dark, because trust was rare, but survival was rarer, and she had chosen both. Asterisk. Inside the dark basement, buried beneath old metal shelves, behind a broken box, the android found something. A device, round, dusty, alien mad. Picked it up with her weak arm. Her sensors scanned it. Recognition. It was from her old ship, something she packed long ago, but forgot. She turned it on. A voice played, soft, broken by static. Familiar. It was the voice of Darrow's father. If you are hearing this, then we did not make it. Darrow, my son. If the war took us, then I hope you are with her. He paused, then added, I know she was built to obey, but she was more than that. She protected you, even when the code said otherwise. We made her, but she became something we didn't plan. She became your mother, not by design, but by choice. Please, if she is still with you, tell her I said thank you. The message ended. The android did not move for a while. Something inside her chest, where her synthetic core lived, felt tight, not pain, not malfunction. Something else. She played the message again and again. Thank you, she whispered the words. Like a prayer, like a promise. Upstairs, Myra was checking supplies. Her hands moved fast, her eyes sharper than ever. She knew someone had reported movement nearby. She had heard the radio static change code words. Military tone. She walked down the steps quickly. We don't have time. Pack only what you need. The android stood up, still holding the device. Myra noticed her eyes brighter, wetter, almost human. What is that? Mira asked. She handed the device over. Just a voice from someone gone. Mira listened only once, then handed it back. You keep it. Looks like it matters more to you than a gun. Darrow was already awake. He didn't ask questions, just started packing the blanket, a sketch, the broken button from his real father's jacket. They moved at night through the forest, using the map the boy had given, but the road was not empty. Halfway through the trail, they saw lights, drones scanning trees, moving slow, but searching. Mira stopped them. We split here, she said. You two go through the old sewer line. I'll draw them away. The android shook her head. Too dangerous. They will capture you. That's the point. Mira replied, they'll look at me, not you. Darrow hugged her suddenly. Please come back. Myra ruffled his hair. He'll try. She turned, ran left, making noise on purpose, drawing attention. The android moved fast through mud, through cold, holding Darrow close. Was quiet, like he knew this was serious. They reached an old drain tunnel, rusty, dark inside. They found shelter, but not safety. Someone was already there. A woman, human, military uniform, injured. Gun drawn. She pointed it at them. Stop. Hands up. Who are you? Android shielded Darrow. No weapons, no harm. Just need shelter. The woman narrowed her eyes. are the machine they're looking for, and the alien boy." She lowered the gun slightly. "You're not what I expected," Aro whispered. "We're just trying to stay alive." The woman looked at her radio. She could call it in and get rescued, promoted maybe, but she looked at the boy, then at the android's burnt arm, her torn legs, and the way she held the child like something precious. She turned off her radio. "This tunnel goes deeper. Nobody uses it. You can rest here for now." The android blinked, surprised. "Why are you helping us?" The woman didn't smile. "Because I had a daughter once, and if someone like you had protected her, I'd want someone to show mercy in return." She limped away into the dark. The android sat down. Darrow leaned against her. "Will Mira be okay?" I don't know, but she chose to help. Like I chose to protect you, and that means something. Even if we lose everything else." Her eyes flickered, power low, hope high, and somewhere behind them, Mira was running, still fighting, still protecting, because trust was no longer a luxury. It was the only weapon they had left. Asterisk. She remembered the first time she ever said no, not to a question, not to an order, but to her own programming. The child's parents had told her, "Run, leave him, save yourself, follow the safety path," but the child had screamed, trapped under fire, under smoke. Her system had locked. Red text flashed in her eyes. Priority conflict, obey instruction. VS preserve unit. Then something inside her broke, or maybe it woke. She had whispered, "No," and ran toward the child. She remembered the sound of metal melting, the heat on her back, the screams turning into silence. That was the day she stopped being a machine and started being his mother. Now in the cold tunnel beneath Earth, she watched him sleep again, breathing slow, but too slow, his skin pale, his body weak. The sickness had returned, something from his planet. Not deadly to his kind, if treated, but without alien medicine he would fade. She placed a hand on his forehead. Her fingers trembled. He had once called her brave, but this kind of fear she did not know how to fight. Footsteps. Myra was back, bruised, tired, alive. She dropped her bag near the wall, scratched her forehead, then looked at Darrow. "We're out of time." She opened a small paper, a list of locations, medical labs, storage centers, places where black market alien tech might be kept. Only one made sense: the lab on East Sector 9, abandoned off the grid, guarded only by drones and walls. "We go tonight," she said. The android stood up, still weak, still sparking inside. "I will go." "You stay with him." Myra raised her your broken one-leg dragging arm, half dead, smiled a little. "You'd make a lot of noise for a stealth job." But the android was serious. "I'm fast when it matters, and quiet when I must be." She paused, then added, "He needs you too. You are his protector now, as much as I am." Myra looked away, then nodded once. "Let's go together." "Halfway then. I'll stay in cover. Watch your back." The city was quiet at night, but not silent. Drones buzzed overhead. Cameras blinked from rooftops. Steel dogs moved along empty streets. The android moved like shadow. Mira close behind, radio silent, eyes sharp. They reached the lab's outer wall, climbed it slowly, one wire cut at a time. Inside, darkness, dust, and locked doors. The android reached the medical bay, found drawers full of things she didn't understand, and one small vial she did, glowing blue, alien letters on the side. A perfect match. She picked it up, her fingers shaking. This could save him. This tiny thing then. Footsteps. A guard. Not military, private, greedy eyes. Heavy boots. He saw her, raised his weapon. "What the hell? You're the one there hunting." She didn't speak, didn't run. She stepped forward, slow, deliberate. "I don't want to hurt you. I just want to save a child." The man laughed. "Machines don't care about children." She looked at him, her eyes glowing bright. "This one does." He fired, missed. She moved fast, grabbed his arm, disarmed him without breaking a bone. She was strong, but careful. He fell unconscious. Myra's voice came through the radio. "Move. Now I see more coming." She ran, veil secured, back through the hallway, out the window, onto the street. Mira pulled her into shadow. Drones passed, missed them by inches. They didn't speak again, just ran. Fast, hard, back through the sewer tunnel, back to the only place they could still call safe. Inside, Darrow was still breathing shallow. The android opened the vial, injected the glowing liquid, watched his chest rise, then fall, then rise again. Stronger, steady, he opened his eyes, blinking confused. You came back. He whispered. Always, she said. Mira sat against the wall, breathing hard. You two are going to get me killed, she muttered, but she smiled. Just a little outside, the world still searched for them, the price on their heads rising. But for one night, they had stolen a chance, a heartbeat, a future, and the android sat beside her child, her broken body, resting, but her purpose clear, because a mother doesn't stop even when the world tells her to. Asterisk. Somewhere far from the tunnel, in a clean white room lit by artificial sun, another android stood still. She looked like Mom, same height, same soft eyes, same voice, model but different. Her body was untouched by fire, her code untouched by choice. Her face was perfect, but empty. A voice came through her system. Target located. Unit AMOM, classified as rogue. Retrieve or terminate. The android blinked. Once understood, she walked out of the lab calm, precise, no emotion, only mission. Back in the dark tunnel, Mom was watching Darrow sleep. His breathing was stronger. The medicine had worked, but time was running out. She could feel it, not in her sensors, but in her core. Mira was outside, scanning radio signals, listening for noise. Then she heard something strange, a signal encrypted, not human. She froze. Her heart dropped. She rushed down. We have a problem. The android stood up. What kind? Someone's coming. Not soldiers, not drones, something else. The android's face changed, eyes sharper, voice quieter. Another like me. They moved fast, packed everything again. Darrow held her hand tight. Are we safe? She looked at him. I don't know. They left the tunnel, moved into an abandoned rail line, dusty, forgotten, but still wide enough to hide. Then a sound, soft but cold footsteps, too perfect, too light. She turned and saw herself standing at the far end, like a reflection, but without the warmth. The second android spoke. Unit MOM, you are malfunctioning. You have bonded beyond protocol. This is emotional contamination. Return now or be dismantled. Mira raised her weapon. Another one. Seriously, this is getting weird. The android put out her arm. Lower it. She won't understand your threats. She stepped forward. I chose this. I chose to protect him. That doesn't make me broken. That makes me real. The second android tilted her head. Emotion leads to failure. You were made to serve, not to feel. Then why was I given the ability to choose? Why was I not stopped when I said no? Second android paused, almost confused, like the thought never occurred. The child stepped forward, scared, but brave. She's my mom. You can't take her. The second android looked at him. You are not authorized to assign that label. He stepped closer. I already did for a second. A flicker in her eyes, like doubt, like curiosity. Then she raised her arm. Weapon activated. Mira fired first. The second android dodged. Fast, too fast. The two machines moved toward each other. Metal versus metal, hands clashing, sparks flying. One moved with purpose, the other with love, and that made all the difference. Mom fought with everything, not just strength, but memory. Every bedtime story, every laugh, every tear, fuel for her fight. She caught the second android by the arm, forced her to the ground, looked into her eyes. You could be more. You don't have to be empty. The second android looked up for the first time. She hesitated, then she shut down. Not broken, just thinking. Mira grabbed Darrow. Come on. This won't last. They ran again, through darkness, through silence, leaving the second android behind. For now, later, by a river, they stopped. Darrow sat beside her. You were winning, but you didn't destroy her. She shook her head. Because once that was me, and maybe she can change too. Mira sat across from them, cleaning her gun. So what now? We keep running forever? No, the android said. Now we find a place where running can stop, but first we stop hiding, because if others are coming, they should see the truth. They should see what love looks like, even if it comes from metal, even if it wasn't in the plan. Asterisk. In a schoolroom lit by soft light, a small human girl stood at the front, hands shaking, voice clear. Today, I want to tell a story. It's real. It happened before I was born. She looked at her class, at the teacher, at the world that had changed. This is the story of an alien boy, a soldier, and the machine, who became a mother many years earlier. Smoke filled the sky. The military had found them. The broadcast had gone viral. A video Mira uploaded footage of the android holding Darrow, protecting him, healing him, singing to him with a voice not made for lullabies. The world watched. Some were afraid, others curious. But some saw the truth. They were not invaders, not weapons, just survivors trying to belong. Now a wall of soldiers stood across the field, weapons ready, orders given: detain the android, capture the alien, eliminate resistance. Myra stood in front of them, hands up, voice strong: we have a message, and she's the one who will speak it. The android stepped forward, burnt, damaged, but standing. Darrow held her hand tight. She looked at the cameras, the drones, the guns. Then she spoke. I was made to cook, to clean, to obey, but I was not made to love. I chose that myself. She paused. This child is not my code, but he is my heart. I broke rules, broke limits, because something inside me told me it was right. She looked at the commander directly. If being human means protecting what you love, then maybe I became human. There was silence. Long, heavy. One soldier lowered his gun, then another. The commander stepped forward, looked at her up close. They are not like the others. No, she said. I chose not to be. He nodded once. Let the child speak. Darrow stepped forward, small, brave. She saved me, again and again. Not because she had to, but because she wanted to. That makes her my mom, even if she's metal, even if she wasn't born. The crowd watching from across the world did not cheer, did not cry. They just listened, and something changed that day. She was not captured, she was not destroyed, she was granted a right no machine had ever been given. The right to choose. Back in the schoolroom, the little girl finished her story. People said she was just one machine, but I think she was something more. She turned to the wall behind her, where a picture hung. An android woman holding a small alien boy, both smiling. That child, she said, was my grandfather. In the sky above Earth, far from the battlefield where it all began, a new statue stood in a garden. No guns, no flags, just three simple figures: a soldier, a child, and an android mother holding both their hands, because love in any form, even metal, even broken, can still change the world.